I take everything with a grain of salt. I throw it over my shoulder. And then I use a lemon and a lime around the rim of a glass. Now I'm going to tell you a little crazy story. Well, maybe I shouldn't use the word crazy because I'm going to tell you a story about an insane asylum, or a lunatic asylum as it was called at the time, and I don't mean no malice about it. And one night, two guys decided they were going to escape. So, like, they get up on the roof and they see there's a narrow gap between the rooftops of the town and stretching away into the moonlight. Now, the first guy, he jumps across no problem, but the second guy, his friend, well, he's scared to make it. Can't make the leap, you see, and he's afraid he'd fall. So then the first guy has an idea. He says, "Hey, I have my flashlight with me. I'll shine it across the gap so you can walk across the beam and join me on the sunbeam." But the second guy shakes his head and says, "No, no, no. What do you think, I'm crazy? You turned it off when I was halfway through." I get a kick out of things like that because, well, I'm only half glued together and I'm half crazy. I don't trust anybody that's sane. Well, I'll tell you a story about something dear. I heard a lonesome whistle blow. It was coming near. And I had gotten in trouble with the law. And I knew I had to roam. I had left my pal and my family. I had left my home. I heard that lonesome whistle blow. I knew I had to go. Heck, I was just a young'un, just a smart kid, and I didn't know no better. Robbed a candy store, robbed a bank, and robbed a fireman dime. All to buy something for my dear love, and I have to leave him behind. I guess I was too young to know, so I got out my thumb and rode. I guess you could say I was a rubber tramp. And then I thought about it. Started walking down a piece over hill and over dale and said, heck, this ain't no way. I'm gonna ride them steel rails. And that's when I heard that train, the Lackawanna Special on the main line, going over the mountain towards the Big Apple. Figured I could get lost there. Oh, that lonesome whistle, I heard it blow, and I was all alone and drowning in my shame. And I saw a guy sitting in the caboose, and I ran as fast as I could. I grabbed onto the rail and stepped on the step, and he pulled me in. And I sat there with him in the caboose, drinking coffee with a big grin. He said, "What have you done, my son?" I said, "I gotta leave town, I gotta roam. I'm leaving my lover, I'm leaving my family. I robbed a five and dime, I robbed a bank and a candy store." He turned a whiter shade of pale in the moonlight that night. He said, "I can't let you ride in this caboose. You better ride the rods." So I climbed up upon the top of the train and jumped from car to car and found a ladder, climbed down where the brakeman uses it, and got down on the rods between the trucks, and there I rode through the night till we arrived in the Big Apple. It was Grand Central Station, and let me tell you, I was lost in the Big Apple. But I knew sooner or later I'd have to face myself, and I'd have to jump another freight and roam and walk and be a rather tramp and go back home and find my true love and do my time. And that's exactly what happened, but it took a long time. I'd tell you the rest of the story, but I'm bored right now. 'Cause I hear that freight train coming, I'm heading back home now. Alrighty, nifty 91.50 WRPI Troy, hanging out with the idiot emeritus, the Do, in the universe of the absurd. More in the continuing series of Progressive Brain Damage.